No, I mean, it's not from the side, it's locked.
It's locked, I guess, on the other side. Oh, yeah, that's what...
society, and change would happen. When Manuel Ayau conveyed this idea to his friends and partners and other people, someone said, but that's long term. So Musso said, well, give me a better idea. And nobody came with a better idea. So this is why they decided to found UFM in 1971. These businessmen came across with the books by Mises, Hayek, Friedman, Rand, and they wanted to bring these ideas to the rest of society. So this is how I made the story short. This university is very expensive. But we don't want to lose someone just because he has no money.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So how would we?
As follows. Once the student passes the complex process of admissions, because it's a complex process of admissions because we want the best. Once they have the letter that says, welcome, you are in, then we talk money. And the student can say, I can only pay 50%, I can only pay 20%, and the university provides financial aid, which the student pays after he graduates. So we want the best, and money should be no problem. We also have a small program of full scholarships for those who are utterly talented and have a drive for leadership. This program called ITA, Impulse to Academic Talent, provides tuition, room and boarding, an allowance that allows them not to work, but dedicate 100% of their time to study, and in a few cases, money so they can send home. Because sometimes parents do not let them come because they think that university is for lazy people. So. Now this is a genealogy of the Austrian School of Economics. And of other traditions of freedom. We are having a TEDx on Tuesday. Some of these guys have been awarded Nobel Prizes and have been awarded honorary degrees from UFM after getting the Nobel award. Many places at UFM have names like Library from Mises, Auditorium Hayek, because we want to remind who we are. We have to remember who we are, remind the students why is it that we are here, remind professors, show visitors which are the ideas that we cherish. Yes, Callejón. That's wonderful. These are the late scholastics, guys who wrote about limits of power, nature of money. Way before any of them. And it also shows that the philosophy of freedom, it's not an Anglo-Saxon, there is a tradition of freedom among us. this bridge is named after Grotius and Puffelberg because it was a bridge between the scholastics and the Plaza. This is because we do not have facilities, also because resources are scarce, and we want to change Guatemala before. So we focus on Guatemala. This will change maybe in a couple of years. Upstairs, private banks issued their own bills, and other businesses also issued their own tokens.
What does UFM stand for?
University Francisco Marroquín.
Francisco. Why?
He was the, we found out, we saw his statue.
Who
No,
funded it?
no,
Or the one in the wheelchair?
no. We'll see. It's a good question.
What is the...
Was the first bishop ordained in the continent during colonial times, in the 1500s. UFM is not related to no religion whatsoever. It was named after Francisco Marroquín, not because he was a bishop, but because he was a good guy. That's what Musso used to say. He was a humanist. He was concerned with the individual rights of the indigenous people. And we are concerned with we are committed to individual rights through our mission. So we share values with him. He also donated part of his money to fund the first university in Central America, which is the fourth in the continent. And we are into education, so we also share values from that point of view. So he was a fascinating guy, very intellectual. He had read the late scholastics. He was very influential.
And he was a bishop.
He was a Catholic bishop, yes. Now this is the premises for the Acton MBA. We like competition at UFM. We have two competing MBAs. Do you know, are you familiar with Acton MBA? Yeah, it's a MBA for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. So professors are entrepreneurs, students are entrepreneurs. There are many fascinating things. For example, students and professors sign contracts. So professors know what to expect from students, and students know what to expect from professors. When you're in class, you have to be fully engaged. If my phone rings in class, I have to deliver to the professor, and there is a hammer in the podium, so the professor can smash the, the phone. Yes. Yeah. It's part of the contract. To celebrate the human behind the entrepreneurial spirit and creativity, and also to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Atlas Shrugged, the novel by Ayn Rand.
Probably a silly question, but I'm going to ask. Are the classes in English?
Most classes are in Spanish, but all of our students are proficient in English because the world moves in English, books come in English, professors may teach in English. So every once in a while we get English. And in the interest of full disclosure, I was not involved. If you were wondering. Giancarlo.
No, you couldn't have been. You're far too muscular.
Giancarlo always invites visitors to read this paragraph because this is the spirit that we would like our students to have.
It's beautiful.
And if you look closely, the paragraph is engraved in the border of the sculpture here. So it goes all the way up. See?
In Spanish, that's the original
It's a first edition.
first edition.
So the first time it was translated.
First time it was translated. That's
The
accurate.
Wealth of Nations in Spanish.
1784.
Wow.
That's very close because,
So
and
that-
you may pass it, and bookworms do exist, by the way.
Yeah.
No, 1779.
That book is from 1794.
Yes,
Wow.
a group of Scottish Catholics flew from Scotland and found refuge in Catholic Spain, and they brought Adam Smith's ideas and printed Adam Smith's books. That explains why is it so early.
Yeah.
It's 1784, 84, not 94. 1784.
1784.
And this is another interesting thing. I will grab the other. I prefer to use the other one because I'm not noisy.
Of course.
Yeah. This is an original Napoleonic code from 1811.
The silver code.
Obligations of vendors.
Yeah, exactly. The one thing that-
Are you guys familiar with Jeremy Bentham, the founder of utilitarianism? Yes. Well, he was a friend of Jeremy, and Jeremy used to send him books. To Jose from Jeremy.
It's Napoleon Gold. Original.
Now I will have to use this.
Is that leather?
Yes,
Right.
yes. Bertrand Diderot, the first encyclopedia ever.
Wow.
Yes.
Catalog of the library, and I think that these have already been digitalized.
And this is described as the first atlas of the world
Ever.
ever.
Yes. Of the whole world.
And
It's interesting because since the Mediterranean, for example, has been known forever, is very detailed. But sections of Africa, it's just the coastline and part of a river, a
But I
couple of
think the
towns.
Chinese should have, like, the first sort of a world atlas.
I don't know.
So this has like the Mediterranean sort of charted out, and Africa is just a coastline. What about Asia?
Depending this late 19th century, early 20th. My favorite is this one because it has real teeth.
Just real teeth.
Monkey teeth. There are masks of animals, mythical figures, Spaniards, indigenous people. Now, for a quick reference of time and space, Mayan civilization happened between 1500 before Christ until 1200 after Christ. When the Spaniards arrived in 1524, the Mayas had already vanished as an important culture. What remained were Mayan-related cultures, but were not the Mayan. Their classical period happened between 300 and 900.
So what's with the Mayan villages or what the indigenous tribes are in Guatemala?
What about in what sense?
So because sort of Maya disappeared by that time, and so these are not necessarily direct descendants or.
Well, they are in the sense that
It's like Rome collapses, but
Yes, exactly. Spaniards, French, and Italians are related to Romans, something like that. Yes, yes. So, and there are many cultural lines that you can directly draw.
Right.
Yes.
Focusing on them. I mean, because I'm an assistant professor, this is really interesting. Like, I didn't know that in any other university you can only be an assistant professor if you are already a graduate. I'm still a graduate, and I was told by the immigration officer in England, how can you be a professor? You're still a student. It's not possible. I said, okay, it's possible that you can. So I am an assistant professor in geography and economics. And that's why I say we. And whatever we do as professors, in church, like I'm an assistant, I'm like a teacher professor, is to cater our class to those students who want to learn, who are here because they want. And we always have a couple of those students that are here because their parents, they want them to have a degree. And we try to offer them like a opportunity to get inspired, and it is up to them to take. But fortunately, many of our students, like Maria, Diego, Mathur, a lot of students that I've introduced to you, they're passionate not only about learning, but about the mission of the university.
Sometimes, you know, when you have so many who want to be here,
Yeah.
the ones who don't somehow feel
I'm speaking too loud.
Realize, baby. I'll let you go and stand with.
Oh,
this
okay.
lady. Yeah.